89.1 WBOI is Northeast Indiana Public Radio, featuring NPR news and diverse music, along with community-based coverage, which leads us into tonight's event, another Issues and Ales. Program Director Katie Anderson is here to tell us more. I love the name, first of all.
Yeah.
And then it says what it is, too.
It is. It's really just laid-back conversations about issues that are important in our community, and it is really laid back. It's held at a bar, so it's going to be at Calhoun Street Soup, Salads, and Spirits. It's 2 hours long. The first hour, we're going to be talking about development and how it might affect the environment. And Indiana Public Broadcasting's Nick Jansen will be leading that discussion, and he's done a lot of reporting on issues like the East Chicago lead crisis, because there are a lot of issues with old factories closing down and leaving some bad chemicals in the soil.
Right.
So we don't know if that's necessarily going to be an issue here in Fort Wayne, but he has a great background to maybe dig into that issue a little bit more with some local experts. And then following that, we'll be looking at homelessness in Northeast Indiana as well, because there are a lot of schools of thought that go into trying to solve that problem.
Yeah, and so for people that have never been, because this is not obviously your first Issues and Ales, the evening is what? You have a panel or just a speaker at front?
Yeah, so we usually have a reporter from our station who's moderating the conversation, and we have 3 guests, and they're local experts. They might be someone from IPFW, so a professor perhaps. They might be someone from city or county government. They just might be someone who has really specialized on this topic in some other way. For instance, in the past, we've talked with other journalists who maybe covered issues more extensively, like the 2016 political season. So we try to put these on a couple times a year, just because we know that our downtown and Northeast Indiana is changing a lot, and there are a lot of issues to talk about.
So not a lot of warning if you're hearing about this for the first time. It is tonight, starts again at
7 o'clock.
Okay, do I need to RSVP?
Nope, you just walk on in and have a seat and join the discussion.
So it is a discussion. There's a time for audience Q&A?
Yeah, actually one thing that's really neat about this time around is that we'll be putting it on Facebook Live, so people can go to facebook.com/891WBOI, and they can submit questions that way on social media, or they can do it at Twitter @WBOI. And we have slips of paper around the room, so people can just pass that to a staff member, and then we'll pass it up to the moderator.
Other Issues and Ales, maybe topics that stand out?
Yeah, so I mentioned last time we did, back in November, we did the 2016 election season. And considering how the season went and how fatigued people went, it was actually a really enlightening conversation. And it's just nice to have that civil discourse.
Right.
We also talked about teen mental health. WBOI's Lisa Ryan did a week-long series on different mental health issues affecting Northeast Indiana, because Indiana has one of the highest teen suicide rates in the country. So we knew that was an important issue to get into. And we've also talked about riverfront development and living downtown and things like that. So we know there's no shortage of coverage.
Yeah, it's just a great night to learn and be social. And again, there's a little ale part in this whole thing too.
Of course.
And it's a great thing. Real quick, we have just a few seconds. Excited. When are you guys moving to downtown?
We're hoping sometime in 2019. So we just started kind of cleaning out the building. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but it's going to be a really cool space once it's all finished.
All right. The event is tonight, and you can find out more, obviously, by listening to them over the air. You can find out more on their webpage. Find out more on Facebook, and even join in tonight, Issues and Ales, brought to you by Northeast Indiana Public Radio. We'll be right back on Insight.